YouTube Nation, Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka the Full Contact Fighter, aka I float like a butterfly and I sting like a bee. And if you didn't notice that last week, you better go check that shit out, because I've been knocking motherfuckers out left and right. Anyways, I'm feeling a little punchy today, so that's what I want to talk about today, which this video is in big request by a massive amount of people, so I can't name any names. But y'all know who y'all are. I got y'all. We're going to talk about boxing today. So I've been hearing, people have been asking me, Event, do you think boxing is dead? What do you feel about Mayweather Pacquiao? How do you feel they'll measure up to MMA? Look. I got y'all. I'm going to get into this today, all right? Now, let's start with the beginning. Boxing being dead is a fucking joke, all right? The only people who think boxing is dead are people who don't watch boxing. All right, it's really that simple. Because the fact is, if boxing was dead, then the Super Six Classic wouldn't have been as great. All right, Carl Froch, Andre Dirrell, Andre Ward, who else? Mikhail Kessler, Alan Green, I'm missing one, Arthur Abraham. Yeah, see, those guys put on such a great fucking show. It was like watching Rocky every night. All right, there are wars in that ring. So for anybody who says boxing is dead, there's something wrong with them. But I will tell you what is dead: heavyweight boxing. All right, but that's fine, because no one wants to see a bunch of big motherfuckers clinching all day and punching out of clinch. Nobody wants to see that. Boxing is a science. You have to understand that. All right, there's things to boxing, there's rules to boxing that people seem to not understand. It's not about knocking out your fucking opponent. Look, boxing is about touching speed and knowing your opponent. All right, if you don't believe me, why don't you ask, Sugar Ray Leonard and Muhammad Ali? Sugar Ray Leonard went against Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler, and what happened? He couldn't. We all know Sugar Ray Leonard didn't have the punching power they did, but he outboxed them. Why don't you ask, Oscar De La Hoya? All the times he outboxed people. And people are, to this day, they are still pissed of the Trinidad decision, because De La Hoya knocked Trinidad down and he outboxed them. And people say, but he ran. But Trinidad wasn't doing shit. He was just stalking them all damn day. That's all he did. That's all he did. And was getting his ass while stalking. That's all he did. Muhammad Ali did the rope-a-dope. It's the same thing. You wait for your opportunities to knock people down or out. But until then, it is about touch and speed. It's about it's technical. If you don't understand this, then you don't need to be watching boxing. Man. Anyways, there's another part of boxing that is dead, and that's the promotion of boxing. If you look at MMA, they make sure their stars are promoted. All right? Or even professional wrestling, they make sure their stars are promoted. You don't have this with boxing. They don't promote them good enough. That needs to be changed. And you know what, Don King, don't ever let that man promote ever again. Seriously, don't. Now, let's get into Mayweather Pacquiao. I feel Mayweather Pacquiao won't happen. Why? Not because either are scared of each other. That's just stupid. It's money. Now look, I keep hearing, they're so distracted with, well, Pacquiao won't take the drug test, this, that, and third. Don't you think he should take it? Yeah, I think Pacquiao should take the drug test. I'm going to tell you why. It's very simple. This is for people who don't know boxing. When you box, before you have a fight, they test you. All right? You got to take blood. They're not going to let you in the ring if you have like AIDS or something. If you don't believe me, you can ask Tommy Morrison. All right? They're not going to let you in the ring with that type of stuff. So you have to take tests anyway as it is. Okay? You have to. So Pacquiao might as well take the drug test. But that's not what's stopping Pacquiao. And that's not what's stopping Mayweather. This is about money. Last time I checked, Pacquiao was very unhappy with the shares that he was getting over in his country. Every time someone tuned into his fight, he wanted a profit of that. Now, I don't blame him. Why? Because if you're going to go in there and get your face punched in, you might as well get paid to the fullest, am I right? Go get paid. This is about money, all right, for Mayweather and Pacquiao. And people keep they see the ticket gate and they say, oh, that's going to be a big revenue. Oh, look at the pay-per-view. That's going to be a big payday. But there's more to that. They want money from the television, they want the cables, or whatever. They want all types of advertising, percentages. This is about money. So don't give me that. That ends that. That ends that. It's not going to happen because they can't get together with money. If they do, if they get the figures right, you can get ready for that. But until then, it's a dead issue. Now, let's talk about MMA and boxing. Now look, we've seen the crossover way too many times where boxers try to get into MMA. And it kind of fails in there. They don't have a good track record. We saw this recently with Ray Mercer. All right? But we're coming up to James Toney versus Randy Couture. Now, let me tell you something. Randy Couture is a legend in MMA. But if you guys are going to count out James Toney, you're crazy. If Randy Couture does his thing, does his same style takedowns and all that, he will win that fight. But if James Toney, I'm telling you now, if Couture decides to stand up with James Toney, Toney will knock his fucking head off. All right? James Toney's been knocking dudes out for years. He's a legend in boxing as well. This is going to be a good fight unless, like I said, unless Couture keeps it to the ground. James Toney doesn't have a chance. But if he's going to trade with Toney, he's in trouble. He's seriously in trouble. All right? It's not like Couture when he fought Lesnar, where Lesnar was just on top of him, just beating him with them big-ass arms. No. James Toney knows how to knock people out. So, you better get ready for that. And then you also have, what's the guy's name? Edgar versus Penn, too. Edgar versus Penn. Let me tell you something. Shout-outs to Edgar. Look, what he did was amazing, what he did to Penn. But can he repeat it again is the question. If Edgar can do it again to Penn, he has all the respect in the world from me. But a pissed off BJ Penn, yeah, you got a lot to worry about, all right? And people keep talking about Bobby Lashley. Look, I saw the fight with Bobby Lashley, and people keep trashing this, that, and the third. Look, stop, all right? I'm on 6 minutes. I'm good. Look, stop, all right? Bobby Lashley's first loss. That's Bobby's first loss, all right? He's inexperienced. If you notice, the guy he fought, my God, that guy has so much damn experience. He knew what he was doing. He knew how to roll off the cage. He knew it. There was things that Bobby Lashley did that were completely wrong. He could have had a win earlier before all that happened. Seriously, there was times where Lashley had him mounted. He didn't go for a side choke. He didn't go for an arm bar. He didn't go for a lot of things. All right? That chalks that up to inexperience on Lashley's part. Lashley is a wrestler, and I'm not talking about his professional background. Lashley is a wrestler, so he was doing regular takedowns. All right? But there was times where he would go shoot for the takedown, and it was completely wrong. Did you notice when he tried to go for the takedown, what happened? The guy hit him with a knee in his stomach so bad when he's up against the cage, it took everything out of him. His conditioning was not there. So you have to understand, and you know, Lashley didn't want to trade punches with him. No, Lashley's thing is ground and pound. He's not going to trade with you. He's a wrestler. That's why he didn't want to stand up with that guy. When Lashley went to his legs and tried to go for his ankle, what happened? Guy started hitting him with hammer fist. It was over, and Lashley quit. Now look, I have a problem with that. You do not quit when you're just getting hit with multiple strikes. You don't quit. You're supposed to either get knocked out or you tap. That's how MMA is. You don't quit off strikes. And then on top of it, and people keep saying, well, you know, the gash in his eye, he couldn't see. Bullshit. Bullshit. The cut was under his eye. If it was above his eye, I could understand because the blood would run in and he couldn't see. But it was under his eye. He didn't give blood. You notice they stopped in a second. They stopped it for a minute so that he can wipe the blood out of his eye because it was under, because the way he was forearming him. All right? Now, with that being said, what did the doctor say to Lashley? What did he say? Can you see? And what did Lashley say? Yeah, I want to continue. Meaning, that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Blood doesn't run upwards unless you're fighting on your fucking hands. You gonna do some handstands? I really doubt Lashley was gonna do that. So don't worry about it. Lashley lost fair and square. And everyone is saying, you know, oh, well, Lashley is a joke. Come on, man. It's his first fucking loss. Come on. Everyone loses in MMA. Everyone. I'm not trying to hear this shit, man. And then, you know, and what really didn't stand very well with me was when Lashley lost, he left the ring. Now, as we all know, it's very unsportsmanlike. As we all know, whether it's boxing, MMA, K1, Dream, whatever contact sport or franchise you watch, you know at the end of the fight, the fighters, they hug it out, they shake hands, they congratulate each other. Lashley was a poor sport and walked off. The guy was still talking about Lashley, and Lashley was already gone. It's ridiculous. He showed Lashley so much respect, yet Lashley couldn't show him any. It's ridiculous. So he deserved, like I said, I understand the criticism, he deserves it. But you have to understand that a lot of these days in MMA, they're trying to make these almost like superstars right out the gate. It's amazing because we saw the same thing. Wait, how they're doing Lashley now? Oh, he can't win a fight. They did with Kimbo. Oh, Kimbo can't win a fight. He's just a street fighter. He's a brawler. What the fuck did you think Tank Abbott was at the time before that? He was a brawler. And then he learned as he went along. But he was allowed to go through it, right? But Kimbo's not. I'm not trying to hear this, man. I'm not trying to hear this. All right? Brawlers still exist these days. And they should be part of whatever UFC, box, whatever. They should. Give them a chance. I'm not trying to hear, oh, well, he was just knocking dumb motherfuckers out on the internet. Can you knock him out? I would love to see you knock him out. I'm not trying to hear that. Anyways, I'm done for the day, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. Get back to me on this. Y'all know, but get back to me on this. I'm out.